Ironwood Games. This is Andrew, and today we're gonna do Premier Draft Kaladesh Remastered. So I was just looking through and I saw this was Kaladesh Remastered was up. I don't know that we ever did. I know we didn't do Kaladesh Remastered. I don't know if we did any Kaladesh on here. If I have anything from Kaladesh. So I have a general idea of what was in Kaladesh, the original set, and its archetypes and how it went. But I may or may not know how that's changed or be able to adjust for the Kaladesh Remastered. So let's find out. Also, this is Premiere. So we're going to be on a little bit of a timer, so... or not a little bit, we're going to be on a timer for our draft picks. So let's hope these work. And that we can get into something good. Blooming Marsh is just great. Energy. Look, okay, there's our timer. I haven't done a premiere in a while with a timer. Perfect Prism is fine. I kind of want to take the Marsh just because the land and it keeps us open, even though I'm sure it's not the best card and there's other things, but I love rares. And creatures your opponent controlled get that seems fine. Harness Lightning is good if you go into energy. Whirler Virtuoso, again, great in like red-green energy. Daring Demolition is just... my alarms are going off and I'm already awake. Okay. Mind Rot is fine. Reckless Fireweaver can be good. Fabricate was good. Put it on the battlefield tapped. I think that's fine. I could see taking the Daring Demolition. But I think the flying that could potentially wipe other servos and other things off the board is good. To make it good, we need +1/+1 counters. Like the Narnam Renegade. I don't know if I like Siege Modification. Countless Gears is fine for the Go Wide White. Inspired Charge is good if you're in Go Wide White. I think that one's fine. Pyro Helix is fine for damage. Fabricate also lets you put counters on. Eager Construct is not bad. Let's take the Renegade. Let's see where we're at. We could do like an Abzan. Hunt the Weak is just really good if we want to kind of stay in black-green counters. I could definitely see an argument for Concealed Courtyard and doing like Abzan, Fabricate counters, removal, Death Touch, whatever stuff. I think Finhauler is good as well, but I'd rather have the Hunt the Weak removal. Sad to pass that, but I think the Hunt the Weak is just so good putting counters and attacks. Make Obsolete, again, will Hose, Go Wide. I think Daring Demolition is better than Make Obsolete. 1 more mana, we just get to kill a targeted thing. Lifecraft Cavalry is good in Revolt. I'm not sure we're in Revolt. That gives us energy. Aviary Mechanic definitely turns on some Revolt things. Alley Strangler. That can be really good. I think the Cobra is better generally than the Find without things like Cobra. We're gonna take the Strangler though for the Menace. Yeah, white seems pretty open this way. Blue doesn't seem bad. I don't necessarily want that one. That's just energy. That one's not great. We'll take that. We'll start hedging on some white. Attune with Aether is really good. Especially if we do end up in like a third color, because we're not married to green. White is pretty open here. That one's fine. We don't have the artifacts yet. This seems just better for what we want to do, though. Even though we'll need some revolt triggers. That will help trigger revolt. I kind of like Wild Wander better, though. Rush of Vitality is fine combat trick. I think it's a little bit better than Eager Construct. Consulate Turret uses energy, but I'd rather have, I think, the Fin Hauler. We don't have any real artifact synergy right now. Yeah, I don't care. We'll take... Either one's going to make it. I don't know if we're in the right spot for where we needed to be. For what we were seeing. Yeah, that's fine, too. Word of Invention. Harness Lightning is another really good one. That's not a bad card if we do want to get into some artifacts. Druid of the Cowl. Fortuitous Find. Self-Assembler is interesting. If you can get multiple of them. I think Crew 1. Yeah, let's take that. Aether Flux Reservoir is fun, but I don't think what we're going to do. Creeping Mold might be the right call, just because it's removal. These whites are okay. Defiant Salvager can get counters. I think I'd rather the removal for a problematic artifact. Yeah, white is pretty open. This is a really good card. Also, Attune and Pima are great considerations. I think Attune is just strong enough that it can make the cut. Wispweaver Angel is really good. I don't want the double white right now. And Aeronauts is fine too, but again, it's double white, where getting the second Ether makes maybe splashing some double white cards more realistic, because we don't even have to run this Inspector if we don't want to. We don't have anything to do with the energy, but I think 1 mana get a card is fine. Oshira is really, really good. I will gladly take that card. Subtle Strike is probably second best, but Thriving Rhino is good too. Nardum Cobra. There's lots of good things for us in this one. This is just a really effective way to make some artifacts and to dump mana late game. Whirler Maker similarly. Die Young is fine. I don't want Iron Tread. Do we want Whirler Maker? Yeah, I think that's fine. It might end up making the cut. Restoration Gearsmith is good. Revoke Privileges is fine, but we're not super there. Yeah, Fortuitous Find. Do we want... We're really heavy in 4s. We don't have a 5. So I think I would take the Cavalry just to spread out the curve. Inventor's Fair is fine. Universal Solvent does get rid of something. Let's see. 3 more artifacts. We're not really doing that. I think take the Fortuitous Find so we have one now. Make obsolete is decent. Seed Sculptor's probably a little bit better. Just the curve, we want to get some more 2s and 3s, because we might cut some 4s here. We already have a Fortuitous Find. I don't know if we need a second one. Kind of want to take the rare for the collection, even though not always a good thing. Yeah, Defiant Salvager did come back, so that one's good. Subtle Strike coming back is also really good. That usually can, not always, but often can get you a 2-for-1. Alley Strangler brings our 3s back up. I don't like Commencement of Festivities, but we'll take it. Where did you go? You go to the sideboard. Ooh, Scrap Heap Scrounger. Beautiful card. Does it... Can't block. It's another creature card. Yeah. So you can exile creatures to bring it back. So, what else are we seeing? Another Attune. Growth is not bad. Die Young is fine. There's Servo Schematic, I think can be okay if you have ways to sack stuff. If we were on the self-assembler path, maybe there. Okay. We're at 24, so we don't need anything. I think we're looking pretty good. The question is, like, if we get something, what does it replace? And is that thing better than anything else? Eddie Trailhawk is good, but I'm gonna take the rares because I am a problem. I have collector mentality and I need all the things. Renegade Map might be the best. Hunt the Weak is just really, really good though. Even though it is in that 4-drop slot where we already have a lot of things. We could also look at splashing more white, but I think we're getting enough black. So I think Defiant Salvager if we want to go creature. I don't think we need another way. We're probably not even splashing the white. Hunt the Weak, and then we can figure out what removal we're going to keep. Yeah, we might do a Puzzle Knot. That filters, but I think we'll take Puzzle Knot. Because it's in our colors, it does something. Countless Gears, Appetite, Wild Wanderer. I do like Appetite, but I think the second Wild Wanderer, we might get rid of the... I don't know. We'll look at our creature cards. Looks like we have, 13 creatures. I think in here we already have 2 Hunt the Weaks. We already have 2 Attunes. We don't have anything to do with all the energy. Just take that for the sideboard. We'll probably take Rush of Vitality is good. I already have 1. Wild Wanderer, I have 2 of those. Consulate Turret would let us expend our energy. So we'll take it as an energy output. I don't know if we're making enough energy to make it matter. Ornamental Courage is a good trick. Creeping Mold. Do we need a second one? I don't know that we do. We'll just take the Ornamental Courage. We have plenty of other removal things. Alright, did anything in here do anything for us that's worth it? I'll put that in the sideboard. I don't think we're going to play that. High Spire Infusion. I will take it. It might make the cut. We'll take an uncommon or some rare chasing things. We'll take a second fortuitous find just in case. If anything, we can play a Dukar Peak Foul. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Universal Solvent is... We have enough removals. Probably not going to make the deck. Alright, so we'll put this together real quick. Thank you, everyone. Take this moment to thank everyone that's already subscribed to the channel. If you haven't, please subscribe. Like the video. I appreciate you guys' comments and feedback on building these and what we see. So please let me know. Again, I'm not as familiar with the Kaladesh Remastered since it has both the Kaladesh and the Aether Revolt mechanics and cards in it. So maybe we could have been in a different seat. I think we managed to make this seat work. We'll see what we can cut. It's looking like we need to cut 7 cards. Okay, we're gonna cut Solvent. It's Destroy, but I think between Mold and Demolition, like we can get rid of most things. Alright, so let's see. What do we have? We're at 13 creatures. I don't really want to cut a creature. I like those. What we have. This saves something. This helps something trade. I think we cut Woodweavers. It just doesn't do enough. And I think we cut High Spire. Alright, the question is, we make 2 4 energy. So the question is, I started answering the question before we asked it. The question is, how much energy are we generating, whether or not we care about having something like Turret for a payoff for energy. So 2 cards that make 2 energy, which gives us 4 energy. And that's it. So I don't need an energy payoff. So we'll get rid of Consulate Turret. That helps. Alright, Elvia Pashiri. I do want to run the 17, I think, because Elvira Pashiri, Whirler Maker give you longevity. There is, or at least in Kaladesh, like white-black value can take games pretty long with some of the kind of flicker effects and the fabricates that let them make out, put a bunch of Thopters and things on, which is why things like Foundry Hornet can be good. I don't know about Dragster. It does help us. It does give us opportunities to trigger Revolt. How much Revolt do we have? 1. Two. 3. Only 3. Yeah, so that's fine. Defiant Salvager can give you some Revolt triggers. Trading and blocking can give you some. Fenhaller's fine for the top. It gets through artifacts. Hunt the Weak helps clear the path. So we need to... I think it's kind of a... I want to say it's kind of like ramp, but we don't have a lot of top end. So it's kind of a mid-range Outlast, because I think it's, yeah, ramp to get things going, trade effectively, efficiently, Scrap Heap Scrounger to, chip in, Finhaulers, and the Lifecraft Cavalry to end the game once the path is clear by clearing out with Hunt the Weak, Creeping Mold, Daring Demolition. The Trample Haste does make this really, really interesting to like crew it with a servo or something. A Seed Sculptor on that. All right, so what do we cut? I feel like we want to cut... I want to cut a 1. And I could see a cutting and a tune, since we're not really ramping into anything, but it does help us, in theory, hit those 3s and 4s. Ornamental Courage. It fits with the plan of what we want of, but are we attacking enough for it to be worthwhile? We have... Okay, what's our removal look like? Our actual removal. Is it just 2 of these, and then we count these as removal? So I feel like we do need it for the trick. That helps clear out things. That's got flying, that's good. Hunt the Weak, Wild Wanderer. Yeah, so the Wild Wanderer and the Attune, kind of the same. Without the energy, we're gonna cut an Attune. The energy doesn't do anything for us, so... the Warlord Maker just gives you long-term fortuitous find, brings things back, which is good. Alley Strangler. This is some hard cuts, because this is a solid 42, I think. I would love for a couple, a 5 or a 6 out of these, especially the creatures. Wild Wanderer is a 3/2. Yeah, let's cut a Wild Wanderer. By the time we've got 4 mana down, we only have 2 things bigger than that. We don't really need the thing that gives us 12 creatures. I don't think the vehicle gets counted, though. And essentially it is a creature, because it's going to come in and crew and trample and haste on the turn it comes in. Almost always it's just going to go ham. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 13 with that. So I think that's fine. Let's cut 1. Something else. Oh, we have the Hunt the Weak's our removal too. What are you talking about? Why are you so dumb? However, these are all sorcery speed. So the Ornamental Courage and these at instant is also really good. If we wanted to, we could cut the Fin Hauler. We don't have a ton of artifacts to bring it down. And just keep this a little bit lower, but it's not really an aggressive deck. So having a 5/5 is kind of nice. Because making a bunch of 1/1s, our opponent can have ways to sweep the board as well. Alley Strangler. So menace against 1/1s is fine here. This, when you can get both, is really good value. I don't have a ton of artifacts. In fact, I have 3 altogether, so getting the extra value on that is probably unlikely, so we'll cut one of those. All right, I think this is going to be our deck. As I said earlier, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do that right now. Thank you. We appreciate that. You can find a link to our Patreon if you want to support us that way. It really helps. If you're in the Reno Sparks area, come visit our store. But most importantly, if you have thoughts, please leave a comment. How you might build this with what we have, what the cuts might be that you would suggest, what you might, if you think we need to bring some of these in, let me know. If during the draft portion, we passed on something that we should have taken, or could have had the opportunity to take something we cut that we took over something that probably should have been in the deck anyways. Always happy to get those comments. We're learning together, and I love Hearing from you guys and helps me improve. It helps us all see what we're doing. So hopefully you'll join us on the next video and we'll play a couple of games. All right, see ya.